We are back in 12,000 Q, boys. That's what I'm fucking talking about. 12k Q, so yeah, I'm fucked. Basically, I'm not going to be able to play Classic today, but that's alright, because we've got something else to talk about today. We've got some pretty exciting stuff. You know what? Against my better intentions, I am rather interested in what they have to do here, because, wait, I mean, they've gone, I think they restarted the stream for some unusual reason about an hour before the show. But, you know what? I know this is bad. I know this is bad, but I am actually a little bit hyped, boys. Right? Look, I see the timer. I see all the chars appearing, right? There's no way. There is no way they would do this unless they had something. Okay? There is absolutely no way. Oh, God, my voice is completely dead. Ugh. Talking for too much. I've been talking for 12 hours a day. Ugh. Does Mana have sexy feet? Of course she does. You're too optimistic. There's no way they would do all this if they didn't have anything good, right? Surely. Okay, guys, tell me, am I an idiot? Have they got something or have they got nothing? Oh, man. Here we go. How frequently do you anticipate streaming Guild or maining WoW Classic? I hope to honestly do a mixture of both every day, honestly. I want to play ATs. Play an AT every day. Or something like that. It's a bit fucking loud, isn't it? Alright, here we go.
It's showtime. Please welcome your host from Kinda Funny, Greg Miller.
Greg Miller.
What's up, Guild Wars 2 community? How are you guys today?
High energy.
How are you guys today?
God. His voice is nearly as fucked as mine.
Oh, my goodness. I love this audience already.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everyone here in Seattle for joining us in the historic Moore Theater. Yeah. How are you guys doing today? I'm going to need you to keep that energy up all day long, ladies and gentlemen. You have a whole bunch of developers back there who have been busting their buns, making an amazing showcase today for you. So please, when they get out here and you see something you like, cheer, give it to them. When they say something you don't like, boo them until you are hoarse. Yeah. Boo them until
Wait, what?
Thank you, everyone, of course, for joining us today. Is everybody ready to hear about Guild Wars 2 in the living world? Excellent. If you said no, you were about to have a very boring hour. We are going to be premiering the first look at the all-new Living World story coming to Guild Wars 2.
What else, though?
So excited to share it with you. But before we get to all of that, please put your hands together and help me welcome Game Director Mike Z to the
Mike
stage.
Z, boys. Here we go. Swole boy wisdom, thanks for the sub, man. No, not boo. This guy's really nice. I met him in Gamescom. This guy's really chill. Really fucking chill.
Thank you so much for all of you joining us here in Seattle, those of us who are joining online. Guild Wars 2 is a very, very special game because of this community. So, first and foremost, I definitely want to thank you for helping us celebrate this week the 7th anniversary of Guild Wars 2.
There we go. High volume now, boys. Big volume.
The love and passion that you all show this franchise is what drives us every single day.
To update the gem
I
store.
speak for the entire team
I'm gonna stop.
on Guild Wars 2 when I say that we are pumped to finally show you and unveil the next chapter of Living World. But before I get to that, I want to take a quick, brief moment to look at where the game is today. For our PvP players, we rolled out new maps.
Man, how are they getting these shots?
Rewards.
What are they?
We just started Season 18.
What's going on?
And very, very shortly, we're about to begin public testing of Swiss-style tournaments.
Oh, they mentioned Swiss. Swiss has been mentioned. There we go.
Public testing.
Public testing.
On the World versus World side, we released private squad support, new rewards, the previously mentioned War Claw, and new live events. The next major focus for us is landing world restructuring, aimed at creating a more balanced and automated environment. Character builds and gear templates are coming to Guild Wars 2 in the near future.
Build templates, here we go, boys. It's about time. It's about fucking time. We got there in the end.
This means that players will be able to easily share their builds and switch between different loadouts with ease. You'll be equipped with the most appropriate gear for whatever activity you're doing, whether you're showing off in Lion's Arch, optimizing for raids, or getting ready for the next big clash in World versus World. You'll have full control over your character's kit. All of these content updates, features, and quality of life improvements continue to be given for free with no monthly subscription fee.
No sub fee. Okay, so they aren't doing a season pass then. I wonder why the gem store's down. Maybe they're just taking it down so nothing fucks up.
To the community. So without further
ado, ERP shout out.
I want to introduce you to the new season.
Here we go, boys.
You do not fear death. You fear something far worse. You fear outliving the ones you swore to protect.
Oh, Char-themed. Char homelands, maybe.
You fear the day your children no longer feel the chill of the frost or the warmth of the flame.
Interesting. This is a very cool cutscene, though, actually. They haven't done anything like this for a while. It's a very good cutscene.
It is this fear that is your enemy, not I. The prison in which all races of Tyria suffer.
Birdo.
Bird.
But you need not fear me, champion. For I can set you free.
Oh, it is a bit jaw maggy, I think. Dargans.
Join me, and you shall have the strength to protect your people in the trials to come. Stand against me, and you stand alone.
Oh, jaw mag boys. I'll tell you what, that sounds very high energy, though. The Icebrood Saga. Oh my god, that's fucking loud. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Very good cutscene, though, actually. Very well done there. Excellent. That is top tier right
Saga,
there. Top
there
fucking
are whispers
tier.
of a stirring trouble in the northern Shiver Peaks. And we're going to be putting you and your allies front and center as the threat slowly reveals itself. The northern reaches of Tyria are a blasted wasteland of ice and frost, the original home to the heroic Norn and the Char races.
I love the flavor on the dragon. They're trying to give that.
We're going to be pulling
they're
back
trying
the
to give some personality to the Dargan, right?
Important role in the story. You're going to be able to explore the personal histories of fan favorite characters like Ritlock and Bram. You're going to go
fan favorites like Bram
themselves. Jormag's twisted cult of Norn, who serve as avatars of the dragon's corrupting power. And we're excited to announce that the Icebrood Saga begins on September 17th with a prologue episode that will be free for all players who want to go.
That's smart. That's very smart. Also, guys, shut the fuck up. Be nice to Mike Z. Mike Z is a really fucking good guy, right? He's really passionate about the game.
But that's not all.
So on a more personal level, I mean, let's think about the Char. They're a very military, group-oriented society that has a structure unlike anything else in Tyria. What does family mean to Char? And with Ritlock, if anybody's been following his twine, he's kind of maturing a little bit in his outlook.
Well, I don't know. What they did to Ritlock was so weak. He was a really kind of strong, gruff character. They made him pathetic. It was,
he
unfortunate.
He had cubs.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge.
yeah, there's a thing. But also, he has a relationship with the Blood Legion Imperator. So we're Bangar Ruinbringer. We're going to get to see him and spend some time with him. And the other Imperators are going to get FaceTime, too. Because, let's face it, it's the dawn of a new era.
Ritlock is now
what does that mean
broke.
for the Char? What does that mean for everybody?
What does that even mean?
The Char, the treaties that brought all the different races together, are those still valid? Some have questions about that. Is it time for all the legions to come together? Is it time for another Connor? is a time for a different path entirely. I think, different characters.
Tell us the answers.
I
know the answers.
I'm giving y'all teases.
Like, I'm pretty sure we're just going to 1v1 Jormag anyway at the end of the episode,
this is one of those moments where we're going to have the opportunity to see the different perspectives from different characters and see where that takes us. And then Julia can tell us more about the Norn.
Yeah, the Norn.
Norn.
Give it up.
Seriously, Norn.
Each race in Tyria is connected to an elder dragon, and the Norn are the ones that are connected with Jormag. So they have a really personal history with this dragon. For those of you in the audience, maybe this is your first time coming to a Guild Wars 2 event.
Norn are very underdeveloped. It's good that they're doing this. And the Char as well, to be honest.
Jormag drove the Norn out of their ancestral homelands, and they settled further south in this settlement called Holbreck. And the Norn had this prophecy about the Fang of the Serpent, which is one of Jormag's teeth that they have hanging up in there. And the Norn, to crack that Fang, is going to be the one to slay Jormag and bring them back home again. In Season 3,
it's gonna be us.
Ram cracked that Fang.
Good job.
He also went to go slay Jormag, and
then we told him not to.
Spectacularly, he showed back up, and we don't know what became of his guild. We don't know what the repercussions are for the Norn, who have this culture that's focused on legend and reputation. To go and do that and fail has some
thanks for the sub. Appreciate
meaningful
it.
Consequences, and we're
Guys, be nice. Be nice.
Firsthand.
Yeah, then Graham had his
Sons
emo
of
phase, right?
Svanir,
He had that emo phase.
Who are a dragon worship. Boo! Right? They're a dragon worshipping cult. They worship Jormag, and they're all dudes. We'll get to that in the game. But,
oh yeah, yeah. Ooh.
But they've been kind of watching.
Not very diverse, is it?
Oh dear. Seeing us kill Zaitan, seeing us kill Mordremoth, seeing us kill Kralkatorix.
And this seems against their core values.
Against their core values. Some keen players noticed some Sons of Svanir having some opinions about that at Dragon Bash.
Yes.
So we're going to explore that in a bigger way. And Jormag's kind of a little.
These guys are cool. Give me those bears. Let's go, bears. Easy bears.
Look at in the Shiver Peaks region are the spirits of the wild.
Big bears, easy.
The Norn follow these spirit guides. You can choose.
Men are bad, man. Do you know that? Men very bad.
Snow leopard,
very evil.
Bear,
Men bad.
Raven and wolf. But we also have some ones that went missing. That when the Norn fled south, they stayed behind to kind of fend Jormag off. So that's owl, wolverine, ox, eagle, and we're gonna let you guys know what happened to them this season too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys have been wondering about a lot of things as far as the Norn are concerned, and behind me. We've got the Codens, so you'll be visiting with them as well. And
I guarantee that Jormag is as well. I don't think the dragons really have genders, but they're going to make it a feminine dragon, 100%. 100% Jormag is a girl dragon.
Yeah, you just slipped up.
No, I didn't.
You called it a season.
Previously.
It says very clearly
Icebrood
Saga.
Yes.
This guy, you know what? Fair play to this guy. This guy is bringing energy.
What
I like
is
that.
going
I
on?
like
What
that.
is the difference? Is this a full Don't try to dance
I
out
gotta
of
help
it.
my girl out. I gotta help my girl out.
Yeah,
Yes,
I like this.
It is
I like
a
this.
saga, but that doesn't mean that you can still expect the awesome episodic content that you're used to. The difference is we've now got 4 content teams, and so that kind of gives us a little bit of leeway on what a release is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's going to be a story-focused episode, but it could also mean on expanding existing content or focusing on another element of the game or trying a new type of content that we've never tried before. We also have some surprises we want to slide in. And I think the design team is going to speak to
Let's go. Design team, easy.
Bigger than a season. It's a saga.
Saga, big content, man, big content.
It
does.
You can try things, right? Yeah.
It's fluid, it's flexible, but the most important point is it's the new chapter. We're starting a new point in Tyria's history, we're moving forward, and we really wanted to make it a great, accessible place for new players who aren't familiar with the franchise to jump on and have a wonderful time.
Yes.
Okay. Does that sound good to you guys? Yeah! I was worried about the Saga versus season thing. I didn't know how that would go over. Julia Novera, thank you so much for coming out.
Okay, there we go.
Great work. Get back to making the game. Looking great. All this talk of Icebrood. I feel like I need a jacket. Because it's cold. They say I'm only kind of funny. Sorry. My next guest, ladies and gentlemen.
That was good.
I've been hard at work designing all the fun you're going to be having when you start playing on September 17th. Please welcome to the stage Clayton and Jason from the Gameplay team. Come on, guys.
Okay. Gameplay team. Now we're talking, boys. We're going to get some energy now. Let's go. Gameplay boys, matter.
So, I mean, really, the saga's already begun, right? You guys up to the cooking level. Everybody lost their minds.
Yeah.
Even when it
Don't
got
talk about
mentioned
500
in the
cooking.
opening.
All right, I don't want to see that shit.
What else can you possibly do in this? What do you guys have planned?
Big boys matter.
We have a ton of new stuff, right? And I'll talk about some of those things. Some of them, not all of them, right? I know.
Boom, I've told you.
So we're going to be starting off with the prologue episode, which is called Bound by Blood. That is going to be set in the location that is often requested by fans, which is the Char homelands, called Grothmar Valley.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a historic location.
Right. But then from there, with episode 1 and episode 2, we're going to the far Shiver Peaks, and that is the furthest north we've ever been in GW2. So suffice to say, the commander's going to need a jacket. It's going to be a little bit chilly. So then from there, we're going to go into some masteries. Z had alluded before that we will be taking existing masteries and bringing them into future content. So expect things, like gliding, jumping mushrooms, updrafts, right? But we're also continuing our horizontal progression philosophy by introducing a new mastery line, starting with episode 1. That mastery line will actually evolve and grow into episode 2. And if you're wondering what that is, it is actually going to be exploring the history of the Norn deities called the Spirits of the Wild.
Dude, that's big brain. Like bear form, dude.
So, yeah.
Are we getting some cool third eye abilities and all?
All the third eyes.
Okay, all the third eyes. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and you'll be able to harness the power of the Raven Spirit to unlock its cryptic secrets and all of its different powers.
No new mount. Interesting.
Mentioned, it's a really great jumping off point, and he's absolutely right. It's a fresh arc. It's a fresh story. It's a great jumping off point for
everyone's getting in on the Norn lore, boys. We're all getting in on it.
Now you talk about it being a jumping off point. Again, prologue, not episode 1. This is the start of the saga, or even before the start of the saga, if that's how prologues work. What does that mean? What are you introducing here? How does that influence the rest of the story going forward?
So with the prologue, we are, as everyone said multiple times, we're going to Grothmar Valley. But back in Season 4, we killed the Elder Dragon Kralkatorrik. And so all the Char war bands are grouping up to come together in a peaceful, big-ass party. So there's going to be rock concerts, there's derby racing, Coliseum battles, ceremonial burning of the Flame Legion effigies.
Yeah!
Got some tunes in.
I mean, look at this.
I like it.
This is where I want to go.
That's good.
This is where I want to party.
That's good. That's good. That's some high energy right there.
Point of show. Kitty's losing their minds.
Kitty's losing their mind, matter. Char metal band.
So
now we're talking, boys. Now we're fucking talking heavy metal, boys.
A lot of what you guys are familiar with already with our releases.
You got like a disco. That's okay. That's kind of funny. That's funny.
That Clayton and I are working on. We're trying out some new stuff, and so episode 1 and 2 have a deeply intertwined story. And it's also going to be a tone difference from the prologue because there's a pretty heavy inspiration from Lovecraftian horror. So a little bit dark.
Not as many rock concerts in Lovecraftian horror. No.
Darker story. That's very good, actually.
Chill it on the drum. I just said new events, mastery unlocks.
Very Guild Wars 1-esque. That very Guild Wars 1-y in the look of that.
We're looking forward to this different dynamic approach.
What about new bosses?
Yeah.
I think that's something you guys have been known
new
for,
bosses.
Right? Giant things that we can all go pummel.
Yeah. What are players going to be hitting with their sticks?
Yes.
Right? And how are we going to be hitting these things with our sticks? And so
keyboard, mouse, generally.
Yeah, that's a good point. But we're excited to announce a new feature that will answer that question in the form of strike missions. And so what strike missions are going to allow players to group up to 10 people and take on challenging boss encounters. It's going to be introductory into raid content.
Oh shit, dude! They actually listened to me. Oh my god! I can't believe it. Fog. That's actually very hype.
It can
very
take
nice.
Sometimes to like get into that twitchy type of content, the high choreographed content, and so we want to introduce something that is going to be that stepping stone into something.
I assume more digestible too.
They added easy mode.
Time commitment.
They're extreme time commitment. Sometimes it's really hard to even get a bunch of friends together, right? Different time zones, like all.
That's a pretty cool boss, dude. Look at this boy. Holy shit.
With this, which will allow you to group up to people in the map looking for the same boss that you're trying to take.
Oh my god, public mode as well.
And
they watched the stream. They watched the fucking stream.
Introducing the first one, which is this Icebrood construct. Yeah, he's right behind me. Super scary. But what's interesting about this guy is he's going to evolve from the prologue to episode 1. So not only in his model, but also in his game mechanics as well.
Oh, dude, they really watched the stream.
In episode 1, back to Lovecraftian horror that you're speaking to, Jason.
Holy shit, dude.
Bone Skinner. And this thing is terrifying.
No.
It's going to haunt you.
Don't want that. Don't want that.
It's going to set traps. It's going to ambush you. It's
yeah. There's like 10-man open world instance shit.
This map, so you're going to be constantly looking over your shoulder.
But it's also like LFR style thing. That's very big brain. It's easier than raids.
Skinner's ready.
Every day, Greg. Every day.
There might be CMs. I wonder if there are CMs.
It's really annoying.
Yeah, right.
Actually, if you meet this guy afterwards, talk about WWF. You have to talk about the wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just do it now.
It's a big thing.
Right, and so like another thing just to mention is from a design standpoint, what strike missions allow us to do is to take creatures and bosses that
very smart to not call it raids, by the way.
Most players only play once. Well, we get to take that, we get to tweak that, we get to modify that, put them in these strike missions, and players can play that over and over again, get great rewards for it, right? So we're really excited about that, and that's not all. So last but not least, we're also continuing our lineage of world bosses. So starting with episode 2, we'll introduce another one. His name is Drakkar. And so, yeah.
He comes from afar.
So for those of you who don't know, in GW1, there was this creature underneath this ice. It was like you knew it was Drakkar, but you couldn't really see it, couldn't interact with it. Well, in GW2, he's going to be the world boss that you get to interact with.
So he's out of the Drakkar Lake. That's very high energy.
We're still in the process of taking pieces of what we like and other things. And
that is high energy.
But for episode 2, players will be able to not only interact with this guy.
Because there was this dragon in Guild Wars 1, right? And now it's coming out of the lake, boys. Very RP, very RP.
A smattering of applause to team up and fight stuff. Guild Wars is also known for all of you fighting each other. Is there PvP stuff for this?
Absolutely. So we actually have a new armor set coming soon.
From the back of the room, the one PvP fan, we got him.
Yeah, I'm getting that new armor set. Also, Z mentioned Swiss-style tournaments. Those are coming. I'm pretty excited about those.
No.
In between conquest seasons. So that's a way, it's an opportunity for us to sort of change up gameplay, different activities, and so on between conquest seasons. And then finally, we have not forgotten about world restructuring. We're actually really excited to talk about that in the coming months. Yeah.
No, you called the event. Talk about it now. You brought all of us here.
World restructuring is coming months. That's going to be a while then.
Guys, I think it looks great. Do you guys think it looks great?
No, give me more. No, keep these guys on.
For all your work on it. Get off the stage and get back to making it.
Bring them back.
You know what I mean? Somebody's got to. If they're here talking to us, no one's making it at home, and that's a problem. Thank you. Round of applause for your stage crew, please, too. Before we leave you today, we have a few more final exciting announcements for you. So I'd like to welcome NCSoft VP of Marketing, Mike Sibowitz.
Oh my God!
On, Mike.
No, that is appropriately ominous music. Oh no! Wait, he's wearing a fucking cape. What is this?
What is that shit?
Hey everyone, you liking everything? Awesome. Man, I haven't been this nervous since I was on Guild Chat, so give me a moment here. All right, we've been hard at work with our wonderful third-party partners on a couple of projects we hope you will love. Last month, we announced our partnership with Wild Bangarang to release some Guild Wars-themed leggings and dresses.
Roy got some use out of those, dude.
I couldn't get one in my size. But we're expanding our clothing
You didn't try hard enough, man.
Available. This weekend, both Hot Topic and For Fans by Fans will be debuting brand new Guild Wars 2 t-shirt designs in their online stores. And UK-based apparel company Insert Coin will be featuring a new line of Guild Wars 2 inspired hoodies and t-shirts starting next month. We are also partnering with Razer on a line of Guild Wars 2 phone cases and mouse pads. Wow.
I have no real. Give me the memes.
If you like the music of the game, then we're happy to let you know you'll be able to stream the original scores for Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and Living World Seasons 2 through 4 through Tidal.
Wait, Tidal? What? Tidal?
We've also
Who the fuck
been
uses
working with a
Tidal?
company that's just up the road from us to help bring some Guild Wars' most memorable characters to life.
What?
Yep. The team at Funko are huge fans of the game, and today we're extremely happy to announce a line of Guild Wars 2 Funko Pops featuring beloved characters Aurene, Ritlock Brimstone, nice, and everyone's favorite lich, Paulo Ajoko.
Okay. There are some, they've got the big heads.
These pops will be available in January and will also include a code for a special Funko Pop mini pet for the character in-game.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
We cannot wait to show you more about the Icebrood Saga in the coming months. For now, here's one last tease to get you ready for the new season.
Nobody wants you here. Come, you're the one who ordered me here. Sentimentality. For a second.
Very nice cutscene here. They're going WoW style.
Tribute. My disappointment. Good thing your cub had me for a father. Look whose fangs finally came in.
And what?
Oh no!
What is this?
Keep it going, right? That was a sneak peek, of course. Come on, give me a okay, sorry. That was a sneak peek, oh my god, of the Icebrood Saga Prologue episode, Bound by Blood. Of course, it launches September 17th. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our show this morning.
Is that it?
Please, before we go, though, give a huge round of applause to these cosplayers, all right? If you weren't here live, they were out there taking photos. Bjorn's Workshop, our Norn Guardian, Terrible Trio Creations, the Char Legionnaire, Khan Grimblood. They're actually going to be on the YouTube. HyperX is doing a show called Behind the Cosplay. You'll see them there in the coming weeks. Thank you all so much for being here in Seattle. One more time for yourselves, please. You've been such a great audience. Thank you for watching on the stream. Remember, please follow Guild Wars on Twitter, Guild Wars 2, Twitter, Instagram, find out more about the Icebrood Saga. And one more time before we go, let's roll that trailer. Thank you, guys.
Oh. Okay, trailer. Is this the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. They didn't talk. Well, oh no. Are those strike missions? Oh, dude, those strike missions are replacing raids, aren't they? Oh no, I'm going under the table. Oh no.
It's over, dude. It's over.
Outliving the one.
Oh god.
You fear the day your children no longer feel the chill of the frost, or the warmth of the flame.
I can't believe this. I'm blown away.
It is this fear that is your enemy, not I. The prison in which all races of Tyria suffer.
I'll tell you what, this does sound quite like a... Could this be a female voice, man? I thought they were going to go for like the big debate, like, the Sons of Svanir, idiots, no whammon, but their dragon is a whammon.
But you need not fear
not
me,
sure.
champion.
It could be kind of like a granny, right?
Could be, like Grandma
I can set you free.
It does sound quite masculine, though, actually.
It's sort of androgynous.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Join me, and you shall have the strength to protect your people in the trials to come. Stand against me,
It's a bit...
You stand alone.
It's somewhat androgynous, to be fair, actually. And look... Oh, no. That's difficult to say. Interesting. There's Roy. There's Jeb. There they are. Not mobile. Look, we've got to look on the plus side matter. We've got to look. It's not a mobile game. Okay, no mobile game. Thank you for joining us today. God, they got to work, dude. They needed me to do the credits. Look, I'm sorry. Look, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I can't wait to log into Tidal and blast some tunes. Oh my God. I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this right now. If there are challenge modes for those strikes, okay, then that is an extremely good thing. And as a raider, you should be very, very excited, right? And I am not joking, right? If that's the case, you should be excited about that, right? Seriously. I am not joking, right? That could potentially save the raiding scene. And I am not joking. Guys. Okay? Now, I know that it sucks we didn't get a raid confirmation. And those strike attacks or whatever they are. Okay? You know what? You know what's really funny, actually, Matt? We were actually talking about what they should call raids, right?
Yeah.
And we even said they should call it, like, strike attacks, like strike incursions or whatever. Yes. Right?
It does seem like they...
I wonder if they actually listen to us. I wonder if they're actually listening to the stream. I really like that. Calling it not a raid, very good call. Making it open world, integrated into the world, massive, yes! Okay, very good. That is perfect. That is exactly what they need, okay? An easy mode. But are they going to forget about the high end? Right? Okay? Are they going to forget about the high end? Like, the trouble is if that is just... As it stands right now, what they said is they're kind of like... they're like a lead into raids. Okay? A lead into raids, right? And in theory, you might even get one of those per living story. Fuck. Guys, I'm just saying, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I'm not joking, dude. Seriously. There's potential there. If you get one 10-man boss per living story, every 3 months or so, something like that, okay, and it has a challenge mode, okay, that's not that bad, to be honest.
I don't think... Yeah. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, the real trouble is... Actually, no, I was just thinking about this, actually. Because what if that replaces raids? If that replaces raids, then isn't that basically the same? Because it would be 3 bosses a year, actually, right? Oh, no, I've crunched the numbers, and this is not good. Yeah. That's not good. Come on, if you're relevant in the Guild Wars 2 scene, you can come talk about it. Come in the stream channel. It's a private channel. Not many people can talk here. And people can listen. Okay, Nike's in the mix. Boom.
Hey.
What are your thoughts? Am I being overly optimistic here, or am I an idiot?
There's 0% chance that there's a challenge mode. There'll probably be some achievements.
Oh, dear.
But there's nothing that's going to be like an official challenge mode, guaranteed. And I don't know. Like, my thoughts are like, the strike missions are a great idea. It's a piece of the puzzle that integrates into what would be an end game if they had an end game to mention, but they don't. Like, it's just so disappointing. It's like we get one step forward and then like one step back. Like,
yeah.
Yes, strike missions, great.
Yeah.
Introduce people to raids, great. Then give us the raid. Like, show us the entire progression. Don't just they just don't put enough resources into giving you a full package, and it's really sad.
I mean,
it is depressing.
It's a bit scary, actually, because there's no mention of if raids will go alongside strike missions. Those encounters do appear... No, don't worry about it, Bic. We'll get you back. Okay, if you can get your connection back. What worries me a lot is... are they going to continue with regular raid content, right? Will they go with regular raid content in addition to strike missions, or are strike missions or just replacing it? Right, that is a little bit worrying to me. It is a little bit scary.
I need to rewatch it. Did they say something about getting people into raids? I can't.
Yeah, the idea is that these are a lead up. So and by the way, this is very well designed. In fact, raids probably should have been like this from the beginning. They're actually in the world, and then there seems to be like some kind of like almost like a 10-man instance that you can join or publicly join. So, dude, I know what this is. Do you know why they did I-100 matter? Because they were testing that technology, right? There's two versions of it. There's like a public version you can just jump into and it auto LFGs you, and it's easier, right? It's a really easy public version. And there's also an instanced version where you can have 10 people, okay, that you choose and go into it. They were actually kind of testing that system by the looks of that, actually.
Yeah, you're right, I think.
Yeah. And that is, in terms of design, that's a very well-designed piece of content. But once again, it comes down to how much, right? How much content is there going to be, right? Like, is it going to be one per living story, one boss per living story? Then that's basically the way we already were with raids, right? Because as it sounds like, you get one raid a year, right? And you get 3 living story episodes a year, once every 3 months, roughly, right? That would still be, 3 to 4 bosses a year. I mean, it might be a little bit better because they're a bit more spread out, so it's less painful in that regard, I guess. But
it's a single encounter.
I mean,
I'm not talking about a week.
I mean, I really, really hope they still. If they do raids alongside that, then that's actually really good in my opinion. Because if they release a raid separately, and then there's also like a boss with a challenge mode or something every episode, that's actually pretty good. In my opinion, that would be basically double the content if you're into that kind of hardcore stuff.
That's true. It would double it.
So roles for auto group, you won't need roles for the auto group. They'll make it so you don't. Like they're on the stream, guys. Okay, they know what's going on, right? They've implemented, like I said. Okay, I mean,
So much depends on how they execute this. If raids are fully gone and it's this one boss every 3 months, that's a step back. Like. If it leads into raids and there's at least one raid a year still, I can't believe I'm saying that, but that would
one raid a year is not enough. It's not. We all agreed it wasn't, so.
It's not.
Yeah, this is, I don't think this announcement is going to go over that well. And that does make me sad, actually. I don't like that. I do not like that.
They tried. They started the whole thing off by talking about World v. World and PvP, but then
but they didn't really say anything, did they? I mean, they didn't really, and they didn't say something about elite specs. I mean, I presume.
You see, like, the amount of things people are speculating, and then the only difference from like the living story we have now is that there's going to be these strike things, right? And that could just be replacing. That could just be replacing, like, when you mount instead of when you mount this couple months we get like a new strike, right?
Yeah, and this
Teapot
taking stuff out, really.
Oh, Jaws here.
I'm fucking sad, dude.
Oh no, yeah, I'm a bit worried. I was pretty excited because I thought there's no way they have nothing, right? But they actually, I don't know, man. I'm a bit worried. Guys. I'm a little bit worried. Jaw, are you worried too? I'm scared, man.
I'm actually disappointed. I'm actually so fucking I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, the best thing they fucking had to offer PvP is mini seasons, dude. Do you know how fucking shit that is? They rehashed Swiss. Like, Swiss was meant to come in June last year, and now they're using it as a selling point for this new living season. Like, what do you fucking mean, dude? It's already like fucking 18 months late. You don't you don't just get to tell people it's coming and say it's new. What do you mean?
What I thought was funny was the way they worded alliances. They said we'd like to talk about it in the next couple months.
In a couple fucking
months. Talk about it.
Yeah. Alliances are still a long way off.
It's even further than a couple months.
Swiss will probably be coming pretty soon. Maybe when they get the MAT running back up and running. But they didn't really say much else for PvP, not even a new map or anything like that, unfortunately. I mean, World vs. World in particular is kind of, and this might sound like a bit of a nitpick and a bit of a detail, but you know what kind of scared me about what they said about World vs. World? They're saying that they want to make World vs. World automated, right? With the alliance update, right? With the world restructuring, and that is a little bit. The word automated should scare you, because that means, we'll just leave that going on its own.
That means there's never going to be any more development once they're done with it.
Yeah. What exactly is?
I'm done, dude. I'm actually done. Like,
what exactly is Swiss tournament? So the way a Swiss tournament works is that. So as it stands right now, if you do an AT, one of these PvP, say if is one running right now? No, not running. But anyway, if one was running right now, they are a single elimination. So teams get randomly seeded. Well, not randomly. It's based on qualifying points. So you get seeded based on your qualifying points. Single elimination, get to the final. So some teams only get to play one game. In a Swiss tournament, right? A bunch of teams play against a bunch of teams, right? Play against a bunch of teams, and then the top 8 from that from that initial Swiss round form the top 8, and then you have just a straight single elimination in your Swiss tournament. So basically it means that people play more games and don't get knocked out early. What it should do, this is particularly important for the monthly AT, is that the best 2 teams should end up in the finals very often, right? As opposed to sometimes it could be. It's not entirely impossible that you could actually have the quote-unquote finals of the AT earlier on than the finals, right? So that's what Swiss tournaments are. That's a Swiss tournament. I don't know. I tell you what though, right? I don't want to be too negative because I'm PMA now and it feels fucking good. I want to bring the energy. Come on, man. Look, I want to be PMA.
Wait, was that?
Come on. Let it out, Teapot.
No. I want to be
fucking emotion behind it than that entire fucking stream they just did.
The cutscene was very good, right, in my opinion, and the story actually, if they're going a bit edgier, I like that. It will certainly be more engaging from a story perspective, and I like the cutscene there as well. It's kind of like WoW style, where they use the in-game models and then animate those. Very well done there. Ritlock finally not being a little pussy-ass bitch, so he's got that going for him. But you know what? Look, I do want to be positive because I do really like this game. I do really, really like the game. I want to believe.
I'm going to go get back in queue for WoW, dude. I'll see you later.
Oh, fucking hell. And look, I am a little bit worried, though. PvP in World versus World effectively got nothing, right? Which is...
Exactly.
At least they announced capes. Oh,
wait, they didn't. I was expecting.
Nope.
There's no. I was expecting.
They didn't even talk about the new
I was expecting like new mount and some other kind of monetization, but it's actually just like a lore mastery. Ooh,
which we weren't even excited for, but they didn't mention them. Like what? The fuck?
Yeah.
They have.
But
build demos. Right.
Build demos are good, and that's expected because of legendary runes, right? Like that's going to happen. 5 stages of grief. Stage 1, denial. MightyTeapot is here. Fuck you. Okay, look, I'm pretty chill about it. Look, dude, I'm in queue for fucking WoW Vanilla right now. Okay, I mean, look, it's 9,334 in queue. But I mean, there you go, right? So yeah.
I just don't get how anyone can be excited for this. Like, it's even the people who enjoy the story, right? It's fucking more dragons and cookie cutter bullshit.
To be frank,
like,
I think
how can you be
it looks like they are actually doing a better job with this, right? They've given the dragons some kind of flavor, some personality right from the start, rather than right at the end. So I'll tell you what. Look, if you're actually in this for the story, if you really like the story of Guild Wars 2, this will probably be the best story they've ever done. It looks like they've actually got some fucking writers on that. Finally, I hope they don't go too much on Braham because Braham is lame, but still, it will probably be the best story there. It looked well executed. The cutscenes look good. I think it will actually be fun to play through the story, and I just really hope they deliver on those strike teams, and that maybe Ben can somehow pull off a fucking miracle and do something for PvP and World vs. World. But it ain't looking so hot. And by the way, guys, okay, I am exposing everyone. Okay, right, listen up, chat. Do you know how many people, guys, said it's 45 minutes? It can't just be story for 45 minutes. Oh,
I was one of those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And yeah, now look what happened to you, Nudie. You got punished. Okay, admit that you got fucking punished hard, dude.
I'm livid, dude. I'm so mad. It was hard not to hope that something good was coming, like something more for the other game modes, right?
And Benji's absolutely right here. Like the value is extreme, actually. with the bundling of HOT into POF now as well. Like, you're getting an insane amount of content for just one game for just $25. And it's absolutely insane if you really think about it. But here's the thing, guys. Why did they do that? And why did they say that the prologue would be free for all? Why would you say that when it's already like that? I really wonder if they're going to do a season pass for season 5.
Yes.
That might, because otherwise, why would they bundle HOT in, and then also why would they bundle the prologue in free? Why would they say free for all? Living
free.
Story is free, right? It's free already.
I think you're looking too far into that. Like, it's just there's probably a certain percentage of people who'd be like, yeah, I'd like to try the game, but I don't want to buy like 8 expansions to be relevant. And so if they could just pay one price, it's like way less of a barrier to entry. Like, imagine if to play like retail WoW, you had to buy the base game and then 8 expansions.
It used to be like it was like that for a while.
But that probably cost them a shit ton of.
Yeah. They eventually went back on that. They didn't do that for
they were kind of forced to do it, right? Though, because it's a POF season, right? So like if you unlock POF, you get access to this for free, right? So they wanted to bring back mushrooms and stuff, like they said, right?
Yep.
So like they can't have people who only have POF, and then suddenly they can press a mushroom and they're not able to use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
It is a bit unfortunate. I mean, I want to make this very clear, by the way, guys. Like, people are putting Season Pass Omega in the chat. I would be perfectly okay with a Season Pass. I'm not sure if they're going to do it. I think Nike may be right, and we're just kind of reading too much into it. But I would be very okay with the Season Pass. There's obviously a lot of effort in there. They're really kind of stepping up in terms of the story content. With the cutscenes, the writing seems to be better right off the bat there. Like, a lot of high fidelity artwork into the maps and stuff like that. They've obviously put a lot of work in it. So for me, this is perfectly okay. If they were going to season pass, but they might not do that. That might not actually be happening.
But how long does the story last before we're waiting another few months or fucking 6 months most? And, then we're just left with nothing again. And we're back to our normal game modes, World vs. World PvP, raiding, doing the same shit that we've been doing for so... You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's... What I really wish that... I think, once again, ArenaNet's communication is a bit wishy-washy, right? They needed to come in hard, right? And really lay it down... Jogameas, thanks for the sub. They really need to go in big and just lay down the law, right? Oh, hang on, wait. There's something you guys want me to react to. Okay, what is this? The Icebrood Saga begins September 17th. Bound by Blood. Okay, we'll read this. But yeah. I wish they had been a bit more straight talking. Right, you know what I mean? They need a bit more straight talking. Like, I feel like I'm not really clear on a bunch of stuff that's happening. Was I just not paying attention? Right, I just think that it's not actually obvious what's going to be happening. I really wish they'd mentioned raids. Why didn't they say the R word? What happened to the R word? Like, where was it? They didn't even say fucking fractals, dude. I mean,
no, not at all. Not a mention.
They said raids, but the only thing they said about raids is that they're too time consuming and people are scared to do them, and that's why they're moving to strike. What are they called? Strike?
Yeah, strike missions, which is as we've talked about, are a very, very good idea. But if they're to replace raids, I'm a bit sad about that.
Like, I get that they make their money off the casuals, right? But it's just like they're just pushing it even further in that casual friendly, direction.
Oh dear.
It's not even so much that they're focusing on casuals versus hardcore. They're just focusing so much on new players and people. Absolutely. And getting new blood rather than making their veterans.
The plays they've got.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I have got to say that actually, can we talk about why did they finish with the fucking NC Soft marketing guy coming on with ominous music and literally wearing a fucking dark cloak? I mean, were they trying to do a meme there? Were they actually trying to do a Sith Lord meme? I don't even what were they doing there?
That was a very weird
What was
note.
that?
Very weird note.
What even is that?
It was just fucking weird.
One of those.
I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even know.
I mean, it was a stylish poncho that he was wearing. I mean,
dude, the fucking poncho and the silver boots.
It was just a little weird.
Boots.
Wait, by the way, is that the ArenaNet like Hoggum guy?
That's the guy that's holding Mike O'Brien's leash.
Yeah, because I tell you what, if that's the Hoggum guy, I like the Hoggum guy because I like that guy. That guy he's high energy, dude. Like he's actually high energy. But I mean, yeah, like dude. Also, can we talk about this guy's title? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? What
is title even?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why would you use title? I mean, who uses that? Who the fuck uses title? Oh, whoa.
What is that?
The best part about the stream was seeing fucking Roy in the crowd. That was my highlight of the.
They should have had him talk.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Tidal actually seems in really high bitrate, unlike Spotify. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's
pull that up on this.
It was pretty hype, right? Like the hype was there, but yeah. I guess it I don't know. I think we've got to think about it from the perspective of a player who's really into the story, right? If you're really into the story, that's pretty exciting, right? You're going back, they've obviously improved how the story is going to be, the delivery, the cutscenes, the maps, stuff like that. It's going to a fan favorite. There's a big, the dragon from Guild Wars 1 is coming back, Drakkar. He is now in the mix as well.
It was so sad in the audience. No one knew who Drakkar is even. Yeah. And the concept art looks like ass.
It doesn't look like you would expect. No, I think he looks pretty cool actually. But I can't wait to.
It's like
it looks like some pencil art.
It's zoomed out, man. It's zoomed out. It's zoomed out, man. That's what it is. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe we just kind of need to wait a little bit and see, right? Like maybe a bit of wait and see is necessary here because we don't know much. They didn't really say that much. I really hope they do some
denial.
I really hope they do some kind of AMA, okay, where they say, okay, right, yes, raids are coming. Yes, fractures are coming. Yeah, we've got stuff for PvP in World versus World. Like maybe. I think the thing
TeaPot needs help, boys.
Fuck!
He's in the denial state.
Yeah.
When they make,
it's almost like they should rent out a theater to tell us that raids are coming. Oh wait, they just did it and didn't do it. Like, come on, hype your game, hype your fucking game.
Yeah. I think they should have done some kind of AMA, right? Some kind of AMA at the end, like a dev. Why not a Q&A? Sorry, not an AMA, a Q&A, right? I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at this page here. No, this is the wrong one. Okay. The Icebrood Saga begins September 17th. The next chapter of the Living World Icebrood Saga begins in September, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. You're going to learn about Ritlock and Braham. You're going to learn more about the Char and Norn cultures that shape them. Prologue. The Icebrood Saga's prologue episode arrives on September 7th and is free to play for everyone who owns the Path of Fire expansion. If you're new to Guild Wars 2 or have never experienced Living World, it's a great time to jump in. Ooh. Episodes of the Icebrood Saga can be unlocked. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, no, they're not doing a season pass. It's confirmed that they had some slightly weird wording, just some slightly odd wording. Can be unlocked for free by logging into Guild Wars 2 while they're currently live between the episode's release date and their next episode. It's exactly the same. Yeah. Okay. If you own Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire, you can play the episodes right away. If you don't own the expansion, your unlocked episodes will be able to play as soon as you upgrade your account by purchasing it. Better yet, we're now including the first expansion, Heart of Thorns, free with every purchase of Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire. Mount up, explore the Heart of Maguma, and prepare for the Icebrood Saga all for one low price. And that's true, it's $25. It is very, 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 very cheap, actually. So, let's talk about features. Features! New maps, okay? New maps, we know about that. New masteries. Starting in episode 1, you'll be able to begin unlocking a new mastery line based in Norn culture, exploring the history and influence of the spirits of the wild. Yeah, so they're separating themselves off. I'm really surprised there's not a new mount, by the way. I was really expecting a new mount for that big money.
I'm honestly surprised we didn't get Codens, because at the start of that fucking trailer, I thought we were getting...
Yeah, they showed a lot of Coden.
Yeah, there was heaps of Coden. I was like, okay, at least we got that, but yeah, no.
Well, the Coden lore will be coming through later on, because they say that in the episode 2...
Maybe in the X-Pack?
They'll never do a new race, ever. It's way too much
that's a
work.
mistake.
But
blow my mind.
Come on.
But also, you'll see the Kodan and the Kodan lore later, because a lot of them are really far up north anyway. You see them in Frostgorge Sound, right? So a lot of them will be really, really far up north. So we'll be seeing a lot of those bear friends later on. And I do like the Kodan. They're pretty, they're cute bear friends, so that's good. Strike missions. Tackle these challenging boss encounters in a group of up to 10 players. See?
That means
it's scalable. So maybe soloable as well. Yeah.
You can probably solo them. Yes.
Either as a preform squad or in a play mode that anyone can join. This is very big brain.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, that is pretty big brain, right? Oh,
and I want to say, I don't think anyone thinks the strike missions are a bad idea. Nobody here is saying the strike missions are a bad idea. They're in fact a great idea, and they're what we suggested. But they're just like the first step, and that's all. That's the only step that they seem to be giving.
See, if you can't find 5 more players, it's okay. You know, you don't need to, because now you can do it with just fucking 2 people or something. It'll probably scale, and well, yeah, and not calling them raids is big brain. They might be able to get away with making more of those. But I just hope they're not easy. Please don't make them too easy, and add CMs. Come on, there's got to be CMs. I wonder if look, what the thing is here, like why
they grow over time.
Yeah, also, they evolve actually as well. Their mechanics change over the story, which is kind of interesting actually. So you've got to beat them.
And if they are like adventures, then they get support for the next 4 years.
Yeah, which is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, this is a really good feature. The theme and feeling of this seems rather darker or more short. Yeah, they said that they're doing that, and that's actually really exciting because, you know, it has felt that the story of Guild Wars 2 has been like, oh yeah, sunshines and rainbows, let's go on a nice fun romp about the countryside. It does feel like that sometimes, right? And
rock concert.
It is, I mean, I like the char rock. That's good though. Like, it's a heavy metal. It's gonna be like death, man. It's gonna be like death metal. It's gonna be like screaming, right? That's what it's gonna be.
The darker theme is nice though.
A darker theme is. I mean, look at this guy. This is kind of scary.
Oh, and Chormac sounds super posh, almost like Teapot.
Yeah, nice. In addition to all the new Living World content, you can look forward to other features, right? So you've got build templates, build and gear templates. So yeah, that's good. And then comparative updates, Swiss style tournaments. I mean, dude,
templates that I just thought of. You'll be able to share your template, so we can make pugs ping their build.
Oh shit!
That's amazing.
Oh no, dude, the potential toxicity is going up.
Template on join.
Oh shit! Toxicity
Share build
is here.
Or kick.
Share build or kick. Toxicity is here, guys. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This one does hurt me a bit. Okay, this one hurts me a bit. Their knockout line for competitive updates is something that they've been doing for over a year.
Coming months.
Right? Swiss-style tournaments is almost here. Special tournaments, mini seasons and world restructuring are in progress, and we'll be able to talk about more in the coming months. Oh, that's their knockout line for competitive. Oh, no.
It's horrible.
Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Yeah, and why...
I honestly think the mini seasons will probably be, like, maybe I'm being optimistic, but I think it'll be like 2v2s or something like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that, you'll be like 2v2, 3v3, fuck it, maybe even like Stronghold just to troll everyone, right? Like that, I think that's a good idea, because PvP, if you're a PvPer, right, in the off season, you're like, oh, well, what, I mean, do I just log out for 2 weeks, or what, right? Like, unranked is, it's not quite as good, right? It's not as good as it is. So yeah, I really like this. Mini season is very big brain for 2v2s, stuff like that. It'll be very good. It'll be very good. Yeah, and look at this fucking merch, dude. Look at this. Wait a minute, how much? Like, there is more about merch than actual content. No,
dude, that's what I'm hyped about.
I'm not being. No, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. Yeah, no.
Dude, I'm going to be fucking listening to the soundtracks through Tidal. Like, I don't know about you.
That's good. That is good. That is some good stuff. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. I mean, look at these little thingies, right? These little Funkos, you know? Some of those Funkos, man. Yeah, that Palwa Joker one. Ritlock, Aureen. Look how cute they are. They're big heads. You know, it's... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is not the big, bold... hard-hitting announcement I was hoping for, right? It is pretty safe, and, well, to be frank, it seems like they're doubling down, right? Like, they're doubling down on Season 5. I mean, I guess I should have seen this one coming, right? But, I mean, hey, I'll tell you what, boys, use that referral link. Get on that referral link. Guys, buy some alt accounts. Buy some alt accounts hard. Yeah, I clown myself here a little bit. I got a little bit excited, and I maybe shouldn't have done. That was maybe unwise. I'll tell you what, I need to go and get some... I need to go and get some fucking medicine so I can handle it, so I can actually continue to talk.